something in particular? Starting at question
Yeah.
1. So it's probably a calculus question, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Yes, differentiate something.
Yes.
Yes, and it's a quotient? Division?
Yes.
A fraction, yes. And does it say to simplify? Probably not.
No.
Does it give you a value of x? Probably not.
Yes.
Oh, it does give you a value of x. Oh, okay. Is there a sine, cos, or tan in it?
No.
No, so we don't have to worry about radial mode then, so that's something anyways. Okay, so, what is the formula then?
A term has equation y equals 1 plus 3x squared, all to the cubed.
Ah, okay, and we want the derivative at a particular point.
Yes.
At what point?
X equals third.
Okay, so this is the chain rule, which says you differentiate the outside, which is the cube function, so that's bring down the power, reduce the power by 1. And then you multiply it by the inside derivative, which is 6x. But then we have to put x equals a third. So that would be 1/3 squared, which is a 9 times 3, which is a third, plus 1 is 4/3. And then 6 times a third is 2. And the 3's cancel there, obviously, so you're left with just 8 then, in total. Okay, so this lesson is from the chain rule then. Alright, so that's number 1 then.
A2, the function f of x is defined as f of x equals 8x plus 4 over 9.
8x plus 4 all over 9?
All over 9.
What's the inverse?
Work out the f inverse is 12.
F inverse is 12.
Yeah, and f of minus x. Is that absolute?
And absolute f of
Minus 5.
but where's absolute?
It's
Around the f? Like this?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So, if you think about it like this, you have your x, and the f takes you to like a y, and then the f inverse takes you back. So, what they're saying is calculate the inverse of 12. In other words, if you're starting with 12, if you're finishing with 12, what was the x equal to at the beginning? So there's 2 ways to do this. One way is to find the inverse function and then just put it equal to 12. But another way to do it is just figure out what value of x got you at 12 to begin with, which just means solving this. So that would be 8x plus 4 equals 90, and 18 is 108. So that means 8x is 104. So x is 104 over 8, which is 14. So we can test this out. If I start with 14, 8 times 14, I said 104. 104 plus 4 is 108. 108 divided by 9 is 12. So 14, f of 14 takes me to 12. So that means f inverse of 12 takes me back to 14. So 14 is the answer for that. Then the absolute of f minus 5. Well, if I just put in minus 5, let me see, that would be minus 40 plus 4 is minus 36 over 9, which is minus 4. So the absolute value of it will be just 4 then. Okay, so that's number 2 then. So number 3?
Yeah, question A3, and angle A is obtuse, and sine A equals 15 over 17.
So sine A is 15 over 17. So, since it's obtuse, it's positive, then it has to be in this quadrant here. And what's the next one? B is obtuse as well?
No, nothing, just that.
Oh, okay. And the question is?
Without working out the side of angle A, find the exact value of square root 1 minus 4 cos A.
1 minus 4 cos A like this?
I think so, yeah. They
Yeah.
have a square root and then a bracket.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, you can use the fact that cos squared A is equal to 1 minus sine squared A. So cos A is equal to plus or minus square root 1 minus sine squared A, which is plus or minus root 1 minus 2 to 5 over whatever 17 squared is, to 349 or something? 289. Right, so that's equal to plus or minus the square root of 464 over 289, which is plus or minus 8 over 17. Which do we choose? Well, if we're in this quadrant, cos is negative, so we choose the negative one. So 1 minus 4 cos A will be 1 minus, and minus makes a plus. 8 times 4 is 32 over 17. So what's that? Square root 49 over 17, I think. Yeah. Which would be 7 over root 17 then. The answer I got here. Okay. For next.
Yeah. Use substitution u equals 1 plus x cubed to find the value of integration 0 to 1, 6x squared bracket 1 plus x cubed all to the power of 4. No, this is bracket.
This bracket 4?
Yeah.
Oh, I see, dx.
Yes.
So, du dx equals 3x squared. So dx equals, oh, hailstones, du over 3x squared. So that goes in there. So this would be integrate 6x squared u4 du over 3x squared, which will be 2 integrate u4 du, because that cancels with that twice. So that would be 2u5 over 5, which is 2/5 1 plus x cubed power 5 from 0 to 1. So that would be 2/5 times 2 power 5 minus 2/5 times 1. So that would be 2/5 2/5 minus 1. Yeah, that's it then.
A5. Vectors A and B are prime powers. A equals 2pi minus j equals k.
2pi, yeah, minus j
Plus k.
plus k. And b,
pi plus 3pj minus 2k.
so they're the vectors, and what are we told then?
Find the values of b if a is perpendicular.
So if a and b are perpendicular, it means their dot product is 0, which means 2p squared minus 3p minus 2 should equal 0. So that's 2p, a 2, a 1, a minus and a plus, I believe. So p is minus a half, or 2.
A6. Solve the differential equation dy dx equals 1 minus sine x plus 1 over cos squared x, given y equals 0 and x equals 0.
So, this is quite simple to solve. If we just bring the dx up to the right, we get dy equals integrate 1 minus sine x plus 1 over cos squared dx. Separation of variables is the name of this method. So that becomes y, that becomes x, that becomes cos x, and that becomes tan x. Plus c, 0, 0 means we should have 0 at 0. Cos 0 is 1, so it means that c should equal minus 1. So I get y equals x plus cos x plus tan x minus 1 then.
7.
Yeah.
Function f of x is defined as f of x equals x cubed minus 488. An approximate solution to the equation is f of x equals 0 is x0 equals 8. Use the Newton-Raphson method twice to find a better approximation.
Okay, so the first time will be x1 equals, and the rule is x0 minus fx0 over f derivative x0. So that's 8 minus, and then on the top we have 8 cubed minus 488, and the derivative is 3x squared. So whatever this works out as. Do you have your calculator handy? Yeah. If it stays as a fraction, you can give it to me like that.
Just the bracket part?
The whole thing. The 8 minus 8 cubed minus 488 over 38 squared. So then x2 will be 63 over 8 minus 63 over 8 cubed minus 488 over 63 over 8 squared. And you can give this answer as a decimal then. Oh, good.
Seven
7.8729. So, did you say 3 or 4 in the question? 7.873. This is the 4 significant figures then.
A8 curve y C what is that?
Cosec.
Cosec, yeah, cosec. The curve y equals cosec x is rotated about the x-axis. Find the value formed between x equals pi over 6 and pi over 4.
Right, so this is a volume one. So volume integrate from pi over 6 to pi over 4. The function squared dx. Oh, I've left out my pi here. Now, what is cosec is 1 over sine squared dx. Now, I think this is in the formula book, and I think, oh dear, is it cotan? There's a quick way for me to check if it's cotan. Y equals cotan x, which equals cos over sine, so that's sine over cos. So the derivative here is the bottom squared, the bottom times the derivative of the top, minus the top times the derivative of the bottom. Yeah, so that's minus 1 over sine squared. Yeah, so this will be in the formula book, but as a minus. So to make it a bit easier in my head, I'll put a minus here and a minus here. And this is in the formula book. It integrates to cotan. So that's minus pi cotan, which is 1 over tan x, pi over 4, pi over 6. So that would be minus pi 1 over tan pi over 6 minus 1 over tan pi over 4. Now I think pi over 6, tan pi over 6 is root 3, I think. Can you check that there?
Tan what?
Pi over 6 in radiant mode.
Tan pi over 6.
Yeah.
Root 3 over 2.
Right, so that's minus pi 1 over root 3 over 3 minus 1 over 1. So that would be 1 minus 3 over root 3, which is, I don't know how they write the answer. Maybe they write it as root 3 minus 3 over root 3, something like that. Or they could have left it like that, I don't know. Okay, what's next then?
A curve has equation y equals 4 to the power of x. Write
Oh.
down the exact value of dx dy when equals half.
When x or y is a half?
Nothing.
Oh, that must be a typo.
Yeah.
Usually it would be x equals a half then.
Give your answer in the form of
A log.
yes,
Yeah.
1 over
1 over
log
log.
of k, where k is an integer.
Rightio. So what I'll do is I'll log both sides. And I got log y equals log 4 power x. So I get log y equals x log 4, and I'll use implicit derivatives. So this is 1 over y dy dx equals log 4, because this is a constant by x. So dy dx is log 4 by y. So that means dx dy is 1 over log 4 times y. But y is 4 power x, and x is a half, they said. So I get this when I put in the value for x, and when I put in what y is equal to as well. Whoops, there it goes in there. This is 1 over 2 log 4, and then that 2 can go back up to the power, so it's 1 over log 16 then. That's the answer to that one.
A10. The mean age of a group of 8 people is 24. One person leaves the group. The mean age is now 22. Find the age of the person who leaves the group.
And how many is in the group?
8
8?
people, yeah.
Okay, so what you're saying here is x1 plus x2 plus dot 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 plus x8 over 8 is equal to 24. And then when the last person leaves the group, so x1 plus x2 plus dot 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 x7 over 7, that's equal to 22. And we're looking for x8. So a bit of rearranging here. I can get x1 plus x2 plus dot 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 x7 plus x8 equals 24 times 8. Yeah, what's that?
192.
192. And likewise here, I can get x1 plus x2 plus dot 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 x7 equals
154.
54. So if I just minus these equations, I'm finished, because x1 minus x1 is gone, x2 minus x2 is gone, x7 minus x7 is gone, so we're left with x8 equals 192 minus 154.
38. Alright, that's A10. Version 2, 1450. A1. Curve has equation y equals x cubed over 1 plus x squared. Find the value of dy dx when x equals 1.
So this is the quotient rule, and the quotient rule says it's the bottom squared, the bottom times the derivative of the top minus the top times the derivative of the bottom. So that would be 1 plus 1 is 2 times 3 is 6 minus 2 over 2 squared, which is 4, which is 4, which is 1 then.
into the function f of x defines f of x equals absolute 6 minus 3x. X is between minus infinity and infinity. Draw a sketch of y equals f of x, showing clearly the coordinates of the points where the graph crosses or meets the x
Okay.
point.
So when x equals 0, we'll get f of 0 will equal the absolute of 6, which is equal to 6. So straight away I know that my graph will cross the axis here at 6. Now when I try to find out the roots, when I make this is equal to 0, I just flick to the side here, absolute of 6 minus 3x equal to 0, that means 6 must equal 3x, because it's the only way this can be 0. 3x must equal 2, there's no choices here. So it only crosses the axis at 2, and that happens only once. So this must also be the vertex as well. Okay, that's A2 then. Unless there's more on that.
Question 3. Solve the equation secant squared
Secant squared, yeah.
theta, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, plus secant theta minus 2 equals 0.
Secant squared theta plus,
Secant theta
yeah.
minus 2 equals 0.
Right, so this is a quadratic secant theta plus 2, secant theta minus 1 equals 0. So secant theta equals minus 2, or secant theta equals 1. That's 1 over cos theta equals minus 2, or 1 over cos theta equals 1, which means cos theta equals minus a half, or cos theta equals 1. What's cos inverse minus a half?
They said between 0 and 2 pi.
We'll fix that at the end.
Degree mode, yes?
Depends on the question. What did they
Well,
say?
2 pi, so we have to keep it. 6 plus minus half is 2 or 3 pi.
So the second answer for cos is pi minus the first answer. No, it's not. It's 2 pi minus the first answer. So that's 4 over 3 pi.
Yeah.
Cos inverse minus 1 is pi. And the second answer is also pi. So there's 3 answers for this then.
4 over 3.
Yeah,
Okay,
2 pi minus the first answer gives you the second answer for cos.
and third?
The third answer is just me actually solving this equation on the right here. That gives me that one, and that gives me these two. There's actually a second answer here, but it's also pi.
A4. Use the integration by parts to find the exact value of integration 0 to pi over 2 x sine 2x dx.
X sine 2x dx. So, you say this is f and this is g derivative. So f equals x, that means f derivative is 1. G derivative is sine 2x. So g is a half, minus a half cos 2x. So the rule is f g minus integrate f derivative g, which is another minus, and you're only multiplying this by 1, so nothing really happens. So this is minus a half x cos 2x plus a quarter sine 2x from 0 to pi over 2. When you put pi over 2 in here, you get minus a half pi over 2 cos pi plus a quarter sine pi, and then when you put in 0, well, that's definitely going to be 0 and 0. So cos pi is minus 1, and minus make it plus, so that's pi over 4. Sine pi is 0, so I think it's just pi over 4 is the answer then.
What am I doing?
Nothing, I'm finished.
What lesson is this?
Huh?
Which lesson is this?
By parts formula, integration by parts.
Okay, A5, vector A is defined as A equals 7I minus
7i?
minus 4j
Yep.
plus k.
Yep.
B is defined as I plus 2j minus 6k. Write down the unit vector A minus B.
A minus B. Right. AB, which equals A minus B, that's 6 minus 6 minus 7. No, not the last one, sorry, the last one's 7. 6 minus 6, 7. So the magnitude here is square root 72 plus 49. 121, I think. 36 plus 36 plus 49, please. Which is 11.
Yes.
So the answer is 6 over 11, minus 6 over 11, and 7 over 11.
Solve the differential equation dy dx equals y secant squared x. Given
Y secant squared x, yeah.
Given y equals e when x equals 0. Give your answer in the problem e to the left of x.
Okay. When you separate the y here and the x here, we end up with this. Obviously, this integrates to log y. I think secant squared we had earlier today is tan x. I'm pretty sure it's tan x plus c. So it's in the formula book anyways. This is log e would be tan 0 plus c. So 1 is c. So you end up getting log y plus 1. You don't want log y, you want y. So we'll put e on both sides and we get our answer. Y equals e power tan x plus 1 then.
A7. An iterative formula is defined as follows. Xn plus 1 equals square root 6 plus 4xn. Starting with x0 equals 5, find the values of x1 and x2.
They've already given you the formula here, so you literally just put that back in. You get x1 is square root 6 plus 4 times 5, which is square root 26. And then you put that back in to get x2, which would be square root 6 plus 4 root 26. So this is the answer for x2, and this is the answer for x1 then. Okay.
The curve y equals e bx. You rotate it about the x-axis. Find the volume formed between x equals 0 and x equals 2.
So the formula is the function squared and then integrated. So that just means we have to integrate the function e6x when we square it. We just multiply the power by 2. So integrate in here, that is e6x over 6 from 0 to 2, which would be pi e12 minus e0. e0 is 1. So it's pi e12 minus 1 then.
Give your answer from pi over 8 e to the b minus 1. Yeah, that's really A9, a curve has equation y equals 1 plus x cubed all to the fourth.
Find the equation of the tangent.
Find dx dy when x equals 1.
Ah.
Give me your answer as a function.
So, just the chain rule, which we've seen earlier. But we put x equal to 1. So that means dx dy, not dy dx, is 1 over 96 then.
The ages of 8 children are shown below in ascending order.
Go for it.
3, 4, 4,
3, 4, 4,
6, 8,
6, 8,
11,
11,
12.
12.
X.
X.
The mean is one more than the median. Find the value of X.
The mean is the median plus 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the median will be between 4 and 5. The middle of 6 and 8 is 7. The mean is 3 plus 4 plus 4 plus 6 plus 8 plus 11 plus 12 plus x over 8. So that's 8, 9, 10, 11. Hang on, I'll do it here. 7, 11, 17, 25, 36, 48. 48 plus x equals 8 is 64. So x equals 18. No, 14. They wanted the x, was it?
64 minus
48.
48. Yeah. 16.
Okay. Yes.
Find value of X. Yeah, that's it. That's 8, 10.
Mm-hmm.
That's version 3, 14, 15. So they all like follow the same.
They're older exams. Yours will be a little bit different. Did you look at the exemplar exam?
No.
Is there one at the bottom of the page?
Did we do this one?
I don't know. There might not have been much of a chance to do it in class. I might have had looks at parts of it.
Okay, let's
Yeah.
yeah, that's the example. Question 1. Solve the simultaneous equations 3c minus 2d equals 10, 5c plus 6d equals 12.
Plus 60
Yes,
equals
12.
right. Probably the quickest thing here would be just to multiply that by 3. So you get 9c minus 6d equals 30, and you still have 5c plus 6d equals 12. Adding them together, you get 14c equals 42. So c is 42 over 14, which is 21 over 7, which is 3. Put the 3 back into, let's say, this one here. So you get 9 minus 10 equals 2d.
Yeah.
So then d is minus a half.
Right. A2. Bag holds 12 red sweets and 8 blue sweets.
12 red and 8 blue.
3 sweets are drawn, one after the other with no replacement. Find the probability that all 3 sweets are blue.
So the chance the first one is blue is 8 over 20. The second one is blue is 7 over 19. And the third one is blue is 6 over 18. So that's it. Obviously you multiply them together.
Question A3. Divide x cubed minus 1 by x minus 1.
X cubed minus 1 divided by x minus 1, yeah?
Yes.
Right, so firstly you have x squared, and this will leave you with x cubed minus x squared. When you subtract, you'll end up with x squared minus 1. So the next one has to be x then, so that would be x squared minus x. When you subtract, you'll have x minus 1, so the last one has to be 1.
Okay. An arithmetic progression is defined as 100, 92, 84, 76. Find the 95th term and the sum of the first 70 terms.
The 95th term is a plus n minus 1d. The a here is 100, and the d is minus 8. So the answer is whatever 100 minus 8 times 94 is. And what else? Sum of what?
70. First 70 terms.
70. So that's n over 2, 2a plus n minus 1 times d. Again, whatever that is. Okay?
An equation is defined as t equals 40e
40e?
0.06t.
40e?
Yes.
With no power? Oh, with a power.
Yeah.
Yeah, and what's the power?
0.06t.
0.06t, yeah.
Find the value of t when t equals 135.
Completely standard question for us, especially in physics. Divide by 40, log both sides, and then divide by 0.06 to get the t.
Okay, solve the equation tan squared theta equals 3.
So that means tan theta equals plus or minus square root of 3, giving us two possibilities. Either tan theta is root 3 or tan theta is minus root 3. What is tan inverse of root 3? Is it like pi over 3?
Tan root 3 is, yeah, third pi.
The second answer for tan is you add pi to the first answer, so that's 4 pi over 3. Here the answer is minus pi over 3, and when you add pi to it for the second answer, you get minus 2 pi over 3. These answers are acceptable, but they probably want answers between 0 and 2 pi. So we have to fix these answers. You can fix them by adding 2 pi to it. So that's pi over 3, 4 pi over 3, 5 pi over 3, and then 4 pi over 3, right? If I add 2 pi to this, 4 pi over 3. Weird, so that's the same answer as that one there. So this answer is not particularly useful. I feel like I made a mistake there adding those in my head.
Minus 35.
I did make a mistake. That fourth answer is not minus 2 pi over 3.
Yeah.
You get the next answer by adding pi. It should be positive 2 pi over 3.
Yes.
So there was no need to fix that one there. You fix this one by adding 2 pi onto it. So that is 5 pi over 3. And this one is still 2 pi over 3. So you have 1, 2, 4, and 5 pi over 3 then. Okay.
A7, y equals, third has equation y equals x squared minus 12x plus 33.
Yeah.
Write the equation in the form y equals x plus a squared plus b.
Complete the square.
Complete the square, yeah.
So that's x minus 6 squared minus 3 then.
Sketch the curve showing clearly the coordinates of the stationary value and where it crosses the y-axis.
Stationary value is at 6 minus 3. It's a U shape and goes to 33. So it's like this then.
What does stationary value mean?
The vertex.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Okay, what's next then?
A8, evaluate integration 0 to 1, 8x cubed over 8 plus x to the 4 dx by using the
Substitution, yeah. U equals 8 plus x4. Du dx equals 4x cubed. So that means dx equals du over 4x cubed. Put that back in there. 0 to 1, 8x cubed over u. Du over 4x cubed. So that would be 2. 0 to 1, 1 over u du, which is 2 log u. 0 to 1, which is 2 log 8 plus x4, 0 to 1. You put in the 1 first, you get 2 log 9, and then you put in the 0 next, which is 2 log 8, so that would be log 81 minus log 64, which is log 81 over 64. That's the exact answer then for that. Okay, what's next?
A9, a vector is defined as a equals 6i minus 2j plus 3k. Find the unit vector in A.
Unit vector is, first we need the magnitude, which will be square root of 36 plus 4 plus 9. So 36 plus 9 is 45 plus 4 is 49. Square root is 7. So the unit vector is 6 sevens minus 2 sevens and 3 sevens then. Okay?
A10, sketch the graph of y equals absolute 2x minus 4. Clearly where your lines cross or touch the x and y axis.
So the only way, when x is 0, y would be absolute of minus 4, which is 4, and then when you want to find the roots by making this equal to 0, that can only happen when 2x is equal to 4, which in other words when x is equal to 2. Since it only happens once, it has one root, which means the vertex is actually this 2 here, and that's the answer for that one.
Or otherwise solve absolute 2x minus 4 equals 8. What is that?
Oh, and that's like the second half of the question. They want to know when will this curve that we just drew have a value of 8 on the y-axis. So I'm expecting a negative answer and a positive answer, something like minus 1 and, I don't know, 5 or whatever. So we have to solve 2x minus 4 equals 8. The way we do that is by squaring both sides. But actually, before doing that, I realized there's a 2 in everything, which I can cancel. So that's x minus 2 equals 4. Now I'll square everything. So that's x squared minus 4x plus 4 equals 16. X squared minus 4x minus 20. X squared minus 4x minus 12 equals 0. So that's x, 4 and 3. No, 6 and 2. X minus 6, x plus 2 equals 0, so x equals minus 2 or 6. So for my very, 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 very rough graph, I said something like minus 1 and 5. I was only off by 1 unit, so I'm confident that these are the right answers then. Is there more?
Yeah.
I think we'll have to wrap it up because I have another class coming in here. But we can pick that up. We can pick up the exemplar paper. What is there, 12 questions in section A?
Yes.
Yeah, we'll just pick it up from where we left off. What one was this? A10?
Yeah.
Right. Now, so I don't forget, I'll upload this right now.